Hello, this is Gwen with CraftyLadyDesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. I have a small flip through here on a uh, junk journal that I've just completed. Um, I've made this with coffee dyed paper. It's all handmade with coffee dyed paper and various embellishments. I've also used scrapped paper, quite frankly, and then I've secured it with binding with coffee dyed seam binding. And this is how you with have access to it, and it unties, of course, like so. I'm going to add this to my page on capturedonpaper.com. It is a new consumers or consignment type site where you add your various items that you're interested in selling. And I also have a small mini junk journal on there, but I'm going to be adding this one as well. And it gives all the pertinent information and the shipping, and my shipping is included in the cost of the item. So it is free shipping. The outer book is made from the clasp envelope, which is the larger envelope. And on the front, I have a chipboard piece. There again, I've used scraps from chipboard embellishments from various paper lines, primarily Graphic 45. I have some buttons up here that I've threaded, and a piece of ephemera back here in the back. I have an old book page that's French that I tore apart and then embellished around the edge. I've also made a small uh, uh, charm hanger on the side. It has a pair of scissors and a button and some keys and a little tag and whatever, which is really kind of cute. And on the back, it's just plain. I leave them plain. Now I put two grommets in, one on the front, one on the back. Now I've used quite a bit of ribbon where you're going to wrap it like so and wrap it like so and then tie it. And that's how you secure it. Let's go inside. One of my favorites. I really like it. I love making the junk journals. I've virtually just started making them. Uh, Inside, on the inside cover, I've made a pocket, and I made that. I coffee dyed all the papers, and this is a card, and then I've made a like a library card here with a little insert. I'll just lay this down with a little tag insert, and then I made a couple of uh, tags where I've stamped, and that's a monthly stamp, and that just says "Follow Your Dream." And then I've used the seam binding to secure them, and stuck these down in the pocket. So this is the first page where I've got this book belongs to. So if somebody buys the book, you can put, or if you buy it as a gift, who it's for with a little tag. And when you open the back side of the first page, there again are more tags. I made a double pocket. This is like a file folder, small, and then I made another library pocket. And these are just tags. I bought this from a gal on Etsy, and I apologize, I forgot her name, but I just love them. But then on the back, I stamped journaling lines, and I used the cardboard uh, line maker that you make where you rip off one layer of the cardboard from a cardboard box, and it leaves you the grids, and then you stamp with that, which I absolutely love. I've used it all through the book. This is just a layaway card that I bought from the gal, and this is just a piece of a designer paper that I made a tag out of, and then on the back there again I stamped the lines, and then we put them back. Let's see how to have these. Put these back in. These junk journals are just, somebody said and made. I have a Ustream program made comment that they love them, they like all the things, but they don't have a purpose for them. I don't have a purpose for these as well. I have boxes of many books and albums and various things, and now I'm into the junk journals. Don't have a picture in one of them. I think these have become works of art. Now, yes, you can journal on them and you can write in them and whatever. You can put photos in them. You can do whatever you want with them. I just make them because I enjoy making them. I think they're real unique. They're real different. I love the coffee and tea dyed papers. They makes them, of course, ages them, whatever. So that's my opinion. I just basically think they're a work of art. This is a grid paper. This is just a piece of, Tim Holtz had a pad of paper. It was like an oiled type paper. It's heavier than a glassine. It says it's glassine, but it's a lot heavier. And they quit making it, and I bought every pad I could find. So that's what that is. You could put a photo on there. This is journaling paper as well. This is a pocket that I made with a bag with a not a grocery bag, a sandwich bag, and a tag that I've made as well. And I cut the tag out of Tim Holtz's die cut. Now this bag, um, I don't know. I'm caught. I am caught. Just a minute. Um, I bought at our grocery store. I'm from Indiana, and our major grocer in the area is Marsh grocery markets. They're a privately owned per se, but the upshot is they have a whole section of recycled items like sandwich bags, paper towels, aluminum foil, that whole type of thing, and they're all made from recycled products. Well, these little sandwich bags, well, they're not real little, quite frankly, and they're like a glassine except they're heavier and they're they're a craft color. I have enough. I bought a box of them. I have enough of them to last my entire crafting career, probably. I just absolutely love them. So I used it to make a pocket, and I used some washi tape to secure it after I cut it. I made the flower, and this is a legal size envelope. It's a kind of an orangey, whatever, legal size envelope that I coffee dyed as well. And inside it has a library pocket with a little library card. It says author, title, date, etc. And I purchased those through Etsy as well. This is just a piece of coffee dyed paper. Now, I tore this dyeing it, which is not hard to do. So I just took some washi tape and taped it together. I made a pocket here, stamp number 1 on it. This is a Martha Stewart uh, punch. And then I made some tags. It said a little something for you, number 1. And this was just a piece out of Tim Holtz's collection. And so I just made a tag out of that as well. And just put these all three. I love the tags. These tags are made from Tim's tag punch. This is a bag. This is a sack bag, whatever. And this is also another envelope. Now this envelope uh, I think it's an envelope for my bank. It's a deposit envelope. I made this little tag with a heart on a clip and put on the envelope. And then when you turn it, this is a bag. There again, I bought this from the gal on Etsy. This is a small file divider where I've stamped it with the using the cardboard stamp. This is calligraphy paper. I buy this calligraphy. It's crunchy and it's looks like it's coffee dyed and whatever, and it isn't. It's calligraphy paper, comes in a package. I buy it at Hobby Lobby in the art supply area where you pens and pencils and inks and whatever for artists area. Now, I didn't cover up my ties. What I did was just take a little uh, stamp, a punch, a little scalloped punch that I have, and just put it on each side. I've seen them with hearts and various things, and I just think they're cute. Or you could, if you don't want to see, you could seal these up and make a pocket and cover up. I sometimes do that a lot with an envelope. This is the other side of the bag, and it has another stamped uh, journaling card on it, and I have Celebrate stamped on that with Celebrate. I love these vintage bags. I'm having hard time getting these back in here. And this is the other end of that envelope, and it's Star Bank is my bag, and it's an old, believe me, night deposit envelope. And here's just a little postcard that I attached to it with one of the many paper clips. This is the other side of the paper, the coffee dyed paper, and here's the other side of the business type envelope. And I've made I put another library pocket with a library card in that you could journal on as well. So I can get this back in here. I'm going to add this to the to my on the site, not my site. It's everybody. There's several, and there's various things that they're offering, and it's like an Etsy, but it's not Etsy. And it is a consignment type shop. So I'm going to add this one to it as well. This is the other side of that sandwich bag that I was talking about. So that's the way it looks. That's the way it is. It has guessets on the side, but I glued them down. I made a little book, a little journaling book, and I hand sewed it with some kind of twine, I forget, and it fits in there as well. Here's a journaling page. Here's the other side of the Tim Holtz's paper. And some more coffee dyed paper with a stamp on it. There are two signatures. That was number one. This is starting the second signature. This is just glued down. This was an envelope. And I had the flap on this side, the envelope on this side, and was going to use it and it was too heavy for the paper. So I just cut it off. Well, I had already completely glued that down, so it's just there. This is grid paper. This is another piece of Tim Holtz's paper. This is more ledger type paper. Here's another bag, and just a plain tag that you could journal on. This is another sandwich bag. I absolutely love them. You can find them. I mean, I think if you make these kind of books, they're just really neat. This is another envelope, and this is a file card that I coffee dyed and then stamped on the back for journaling. And I also getting these back in with one hand. And I tore this one as well, and I just used some washi tape. And then I have this stamp, journaling stamp that I've had forever. Oh, these are heavy. That I stamped here. This is another night deposit envelope, and then I made a little tag with journaling on the back, and then I just added this little embellishment. Ooh, and stuck it down in here in the Star Bank envelope. Mr. Marcaselli would be really proud because this was a privately owned bank at one time. Here's another card. And I've got a garment pin on here with a little key, and I used a little grommet so it wouldn't tear the paper. That I coffee dyed as well. And I didn't coffee dye these, but I went around them with ink. Here's another piece of the calligraphy paper, and here's the center of our signature where I there again have tied off or made little holders for the tie-offs. There's the other part of the bag, and here's just a journaling card. It's an ephemera card, and I stamped it on the back. I took a piece of probably 8 by 6 by 8 or something like that, piece of cardboard off the lid of a box, and I just ripped the top of it off and picked it all off, and then there you have that rough, the gridded, not gridded, but the inside, the core, and then that's what you use as your stamp, and you just ink that down and lay your pen, and oh, it's just so cool. Here is another envelope with just a little chip board piece on it that I got somewhere, as I say. This is a little pocket type thing with a little couple cards in here that you could journal on or put pictures in or whatever. And I did use a Velcro closure and put it down in the star envelope. This is a piece of tie-dyed coffee dyed paper with my stamp, and it says "Follow Your Dreams." I stamped that as well. This is the other end, and this is just an ephemera card that I stuck in there that you could journal on. I stamped on the back as well. It's hard to get these back in with one hand. If anybody's interested in this, as I say, it will be for sale. Um, capturedonpaper.com. My name is, of course, Gwen. Here's another little card. Oh, a card with some writing you could journal on the back. And it's on the other end of the sandwich bag. The sandwich bag has gussets on the side, but I sealed them down. But they do open up. They're pretty good size. Of course, there's some more paper to write on. There's some more Timmy's paper. This one as well. Another, and that's the end. Now, the very back, I just follow your dreams and stamp this. I'm sorry, this was already stamped. It was it came off of a pad that I had someplace, but I stamped it with "Follow Your Dreams," and then I made a tag that slides down in the back, and you could put other things in the back here if you'd like. And then, of course, the back is just plain. I leave them plain simply because uh, so they lay flat and whatever. And that is our book. You wrap it around. You wrap it around like so. I think I used 2 yards lengths on both sections and this is coffee dyed. I dyed it as well. I like this closure. It's easy and it's handy, and there you have it. There is our junk journal. And as I say, I'm going to offer this on excuse me, capturedonpaper.com. My name is Gwen Castile. Thank you for joining me, and I hope this inspired you and that you enjoyed the little show through. And if you are interested, as I say, it's going to be offered there. I do have another very small one that you could use for small school pictures. I used it for ATC collections. I have a group that I'm with, some friends that we do ATC swaps and whatever, and it's on there as well. It's just a little chunky type book. So here it is, and thank you for joining me. If there's any questions, my website is craftyladydesigns.com. I have a channel on YouTube, which is Crafty Lady. I'm also on Ustream every other Tuesday, the second and last Tuesday of the month. I have a 3-hour program where I teach. So if you're interested, my name is Gwen Castile, and I appreciate you joining me, and have a great day. Thank you so much.